What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dustin here, back with another video. I love you all so much. So glad to be back here again. We have a hot day ahead of us, but nonetheless, a beautiful one. And the rain is supposed to push past us here, which I'm really looking forward to. We've been getting a lot of flooding, a lot of rain, which you all know. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. I wanted to talk to y'all about something just real quick. I wanted to take a time out here from the Keys to Happiness series and really just talk about something off to the side, because it's something we're going to experience and we have experienced along this journey, right, man? You know, ladies and gents, this is crucial that we pick up on the fact of this whole concept that since 2020, the world has ultimately changed. Whether we want to admit it or not, it's really just in front of us. You know, the world is different now, and things are not the way they used to be. It almost seems a lot of people have been talking about it, been watching a lot of videos, doing a lot of in-depth kind of research on what people's opinions are on this. But there's a lot of talk out there that we're living in almost like an alternate reality. It seems like. I don't mean in the literal sense. I just mean that's what it feels like, right? You know, I mean, take AI, for example. It's one of those things that it just doesn't seem real at first. And then you actually use the resource or you use AI and it's like, wow, this is real. It can do X, Y, and Z. And then you think about the potential of what it can do in the future, right? Listen, ladies and gents, so this is something we have to pick up on, is in the midst of the journey, in the midst of finding ourselves, right? In the midst of achieving those goals in our life, in the midst of making the dollar amounts and spending time working on our business, our side hustle, doing the things we love, we have to focus on the fact that things are changing all around us. And I got to admit, it's hard to keep up. It's hard for us to stay on task some days. You know, things are they're just all over the place. I feel like there's so much change happening so rapidly, so quickly. And change is good too. It enables growth within us, and I think that's important. Part of me kind of wanted a change, hoped for a change, but ultimately, deep down in our hearts, we want a change for this country, for this nation, for the better, for all of us, for the better. So, but even we talk about it every day, even in the tough times, there's growth. And in that, there's a sacrifice we make, but the ultimate reward is the growth that we experience as people. And to me, that's just so worth it. We become who we're supposed to be. We become different people in the process, right? It's all about who we become in the process. It's not about the destination. It's about things, people, places, things we experience along the journey. And that journey is going to be an important one. But I wanted to make this video because it's important that along that journey that we adapt to the changes around us. We don't let them affect us or more importantly, we chameleonize ourselves, become a chameleon, and change as we go along. We adapt, we shapeshift. That's important because when we do that, we don't let things around us affect us as much. So, yeah, there's just so much happening. And I think one thing that came to my mind specifically is the way we choose to respond to negativity around us. There's one thing I picked up on is there's a lot of negative people out there now. You know, especially when they're on the move, they're trying to get home or they're trying to get things done in their day. They're only focused on themselves a lot of the time, and we're human. We do it. It happens, right? Sometimes we only look out for ourselves, and I understand that, but we need to put others first when it comes to the way we choose to respond, and we need to be loving. We need to grow and really have a full heart for humans and each other. I feel like that, music is a great way to connect. Clubs, reaching out, volunteering, um, maybe through your job, maybe know people, really great people. Maybe you're lucky enough, you're fortunate enough to know incredible people. Maybe your neighbors they're just really the type of people who they have big hearts. Um, it's been it's been a popular phrase, love your neighbor as yourself. There's a reason for that, and I love that saying. But be prepared, because there's been a lot that has changed, and we have to wake up to that change. And tomorrow is going to be different. There's going to be a lot that changes in the next few months, weeks, days, years, hours, minutes, everything. The world is constantly going. It's not going to stop for you and I, right? Whether we're here or not, it's ultimately going to keep spinning to some degree. So, yeah, and I ultimately, and I really hope that you all can realize that your time on this earth is limited, and what you do here matters, because it does matter, and you are important, and you can make that change. You can be that influence. I think it was Martin Luther King, but Martin Luther King talked about being the change, right? You know, that's why he is such an icon, because he was not afraid to do what needed to be done to make a change in our society. And I think I love that for him, and the figure he is, and the icon he was to our nation. But furthermore, just be prepared, because the arrows are going to be thrown at you. We're going to have to adapt, ladies and gents. We're going to have to, our mission is there, but there's going to be obstacles thrown at us, left and right. I'll give you an example, right? We were enjoying some music and some good drinks, some good people yesterday, and long story short, there's a lot of people that, as you're walking, you'll notice they aren't paying attention. And I get it. When things are around you, you got food stands, you got people's arts and crafts, stands set up, company stands, where they're selling stuff. You've got farm animals, you've got kids running around, you got everything, right? People are bound to run into each other, so that's just gonna happen. But we have to expect that. You know, it was something that I thought about yesterday, because I experienced that, and I was like, man, like, You never know when when something's just going to come out of nowhere and cross paths with you like that while you're on your journey. So we have to stay focused. We have to stay awakened to what's going on, and stay on track, stay on the path. So I love you all so much. Just keep this in mind on your journey. It's going to be a lot of people who want to push you off the trail too. A lot of haters, people who don't want to see you do good. But just make sure you surround yourself with the right people. You keep good in your heart, and you push away at that mission, that goal that you want to achieve. And ultimately, remember, it's about enjoying the journey. So I love you all so much, and I hope you have a great weekend. I didn't want to make this one too long, but I've been thinking about you guys, and aside from the Keys to Happiness series, this was one that I wanted to speak on because there's a lot going on in the world, and we can't ignore that. It's out there. It's the truth, and I want you all to see it and remember it. So, all right, stay focused, stay on your grind, keep making the money, keep love and positivity in your heart. Remember to enjoy the journey. You have arrived. This is your moment to become who you're meant to be. All right, I love you all so much, and I will see you all in the next video.